Well, do you love pie? Oh, it's one of my favorite desserts, especially fruit pies. Well, we have the perfect treat for you today. We're making strawberry walnut pie. The dessert diva, Danette Randall, joins us live in studio to show us how to make this dessert. Good morning, Diva.
Good morning, Ange. I'm live.
Great to see you. You're live.
I'm live, and I like pie, and you like pie.
I do. I love it.
So exciting. Why don't you sing the little song you and Chris were singing earlier?
Oh, yeah. It was, what was the song we were singing earlier, Chris, about the
well,
dessert
it wasn't
diva?
nice. She makes us artery clogging trees.
She tries to
make us
she
we can't button our pants. Not nice.
No,
I like lots of good things.
Yes.
Healthy
we
things. Anyway.
do like portion size. You always say portion size is the key
Eat
to
one,
not be.
10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go. We're going to make this, and you'll be able to make this for your lovely children.
Okay.
I think they might like it. All right. You know you can buy strawberries right now. They're plump and red and juicy.
Oh, they're the best
Delicious.
right now.
So we're going to put this in a medium
high.
high.
I ate them last night, a whole bunch.
Delicious. All right. We're going to, this is 1 pound of strawberries, which is about 20 large strawberries.
Okay.
So we're going to do half in the pan. We're going to do half a cup sugar.
That's not much.
We're just going to, that's right, just going to kind of stir that around a little bit, and this is on medium to high heat, and we're just going to let that hang out for a minute. Just kind of let it sit here.
I could try agave or something, couldn't I, if I wanted to?
You sure could, absolutely.
Okay.
It's more that we're just making, we're sweetening, these are very tart strawberries. We're sweetening it and thickening it a little bit.
Oh,
so
and the thickener.
we're just going to kind of, let's set that.
Okay.
So here's my pie crust already made. I have a pie crust recipe on the website. You could also buy, I've already made, there's a lot of good crust now that you can buy.
You made this crust for us, homemade?
So I did, but you know.
Lovingly.
That's right. It's a little disheveled because
no, but that's the beauty of the real pie crust.
I like the rustic pie crust,
me
and
too.
I like the fruit to be the rock star. So you do bake this 10 to 12 minutes. You see it's a little bit brown. Take it out and then cool it.
Okay.
Now what I have here is a 1/4 cup of walnuts, just kind of roughly chopped up walnuts. A lot of times in strawberry pies or these kind of fruit pies, the crust gets soggy. So not only are we adding a little bit of crunch and flavor, but we're also helping the crust from being soggy.
That makes
Nobody
sense.
wants a soggy bottom. That's all I'm saying.
No one wants a soggy bottom.
Holla! So anyway,
yes,
so we're still stirring this up. Now we're going to take the rest of the strawberries, and you can see what they were large strawberries. I just took them and quartered them.
Okay, so these are just plain old strawberries. These aren't the ones with sugar.
That's right. We're just going to lay these on the bottom ever so nicely. And with the pie crust, you can use the crust I put on the recipe as for sweet or savory. So if you're making any kind of pie.
Sweet or savory pie crust?
Yeah. Pie, because you could use this for a quiche if you're making, you could do like squid or something like that.
A squid pie sounds delicious. Thank goodness you're the dessert diva, not the main course diva, because squid pie sounds really nasty.
Well, you can use this crust for anything.
Right,
so
that point I get. Squid, clams.
No, bad. All right, so you have that there. Now what we have in here, so this is kind of stirring up really nice. You can see that the sugar is starting to melt, and what's happening is the juices from the strawberries are releasing. It's kind of forming its own liquid. So now we just want to break this all up. We want to mash up the strawberries. And what we're making here is almost just like a little strawberry jam for the top.
Okay.
So we're mashing these all up, and then they're just going to kind of release their juices. Now, your kids like my desserts. Doesn't Riley like my little treats?
No, all the kids like your desserts.
They like my gluten-free peanut butter bars.
Everything. She sends home a lot of her treats that she makes because she makes them every week because you sell them.
That's right.
And so
at Waffle Brothers.
At Waffle Brothers.
Corona.
4th and Corona. Yes, of course. I know that by heart. And so she gives me the extras for my kids.
That's right. Little crusts. That's right. You got to do it. Okay, so stir that up. Now, what we have here is a 1/2 cup of water.
All right.
We've got 2½ tablespoons of cornstarch.
A thickener.
Just going to put that in there. Yeah. It's just a thickener. That's exactly what we're doing. We're thickening up this little jam that we're making, and what's going to happen is once it thickens, it's going to set with this and make it not only a lovely glaze, but nice kind of sticky, what you'd think in a nice strawberry pie.
Then so you don't cook it anymore in the oven
nope,
after?
That's it.
Okay, so it's cooked. You already did the crust.
What I have here is you want to make sure that you put so then slowly stir it in. You want to make sure that you put the cornstarch in the cold water, because when cornstarch hits the hot water, it's going to seize a little bit and get clumpy. So you stir it first in the cold, and then you're just going to mix this on up.
Very important tip.
And then what's
going to
happen, that's right, and you can see that it's just a little bit runny right now, but it goes really, really fast. Once it starts to boil, come on, little thing.
You know, we had some of your fans in here the other day. They were taking a tour, and this woman like, I the diva. I'll make her desserts every week. Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, which one? The pear one was her favorite.
Nice.
Yeah,
very
that was a popular
nice.
one, the pear crisp.
Very nice. Yes. Pear crisp. I have to make it's crisp and cobbler season actually. Crisp cobbler, apple brown Betty's and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I'd like some of that.
I'm going to make you some. I'll make that for you. So you can see it's getting hot. Now what's going to happen, like I said, is when this comes to a boil, you're only going to have to let it do 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
And it's going to thicken up. It's going to thicken up once it boils. Then you would just take it. You're going to pour it over on top of this. And what happens, it's going to get the nice jelly looking, see, it's almost like a strawberry jam.
How long do you have to let it sit then?
You're going to put it out on the counter for about 40 minutes and let it cool down, and then I would suggest in the refrigerator at least 2 hours.
Okay.
I made a homemade whipped cream here, just the whipping cream, a little bit of powdered sugar and vanilla. That's it. Garnish with a strawberry, a little bit of walnuts. You're in for a delicious treat.
That looks
so nice
delicious
to
and
see
very
you.
Fresh and something a little bit different.
Absolutely.
She makes up all of her own little recipes.
I think you're going to love it, Ange.
And you test them out on your husband. You know, he blames you.
He blames me.
He blames you
for his belly. I say, put down the bag of chips. My word.
He's our executive producer, so we don't want to mock him on the air because he's right over there, and he actually is responsible for me being employed. So we better move to weather and traffic now because you can make fun of him. He can't get rid of you, but he can get rid of me.
Well, he can, but he better not.
Let's go to weather and traffic, shall we? All right, so we'll take